What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. So the big question is, how long is it going to take for the ballot committee to observe these votes? Okay, well, the truth is it all depends on February 2nd. If Brian Renfro sees his shadow, it's going to take 6 weeks. If he doesn't, it's still going to take 6 weeks, guys. Ha ha. No, I'm joking. So yeah, real important, right? We reached the end of the first step. Okay, the first step is to see how the membership is going to vote. All right, guys. So if the membership votes to accept the agreement, that's it. No more. Finito. That's it. The contract's accepted. We wait 6 months. We get our back pay. That's it, right? If the contract is rejected, well, now the second part of the process begins. Membership will be presented another ballot within 15 days. And then if we don't accept that one, okay, the process for us to begin arbitration has arrived. So what does this mean? Okay, this is the perfect time for us to begin to rally. Okay, everything else was just preparing us for this moment. Okay, then we slowed down. Okay, we became quiet. Okay, there's not any noise. Right, so we've been waiting. Okay, in that waiting, we should have been preparing for winter. Okay, preparing for the worst. Expect the best, but prepare for the worst. Okay, I can see in the future another branch 41 meeting coming out that's going to be open to the membership for us to go out there and voice our concerns. Okay, where's our contract? All right, guys, where's our contract? Well, you know what? The contract is there. Okay, there are only a few minor changes that are going to occur with the ratification of this new contract, and they're not good. All right, guys, as you may or may not know, we have been, personally where I'm at, have been being forced into work on our non-skeds. Okay, they're saying that if we're on the overtime desire list, that's just a consequence of being on the overtime desire list. However, what happens with us being forced in is the language in Article 8, okay, that has to do with overtime. Okay, what happens in a new contract when carriers that aren't on the overtime list start to be forced in? Okay, right now it's just people on the overtime list. Okay, and they're still not following the procedure correctly. Okay, our carriers being maxed out before they're forcing carriers in. Okay, maxed out means 4 hours. Okay, if your start time is 8 o'clock, okay, maxed out means you're not coming home to 8:30 at night if you're on the overtime desire list. Okay, they're forcing people in on their days off. What does that mean? Okay, that means that they're considering you desired. Okay, you have to come in. Okay, if you don't, you're AWOL. Okay, by not ratifying this contract, the membership has to fight against these draconian overtime rules. Okay, we should not be punished for an opportunity to earn more money. Okay, the reason we're on the overtime list to begin with is because we're not making enough money. So to subsidize our income, we have to work overtime. But now we're going to be forced to give back our day off to have the opportunity to work. I digress, but I think that's huge. Okay, guys, the acceptance of this contract is going to reflect that this union is divided more than ever. The data will show that we have been lying to each other. Okay, people in your face, your fellow brothers and sisters are saying, "Oh, I'm going to vote no," and then the data is going to show that they voted yes. Okay, what would have led to that? Okay, what would led to that is the delays. Okay, starve a man out enough, he's going to take crumbs as a feast. Okay, the major issue with us accepting a contract because we were basically sieged is that we are still going to be forced to wait. Okay, so waiting just to wait some more doesn't cure the problem. Okay, what I see happening if this contract does ratify is there has to be a shift. Okay, the new hires, the CCAs, the people step A, B, C, and D, okay, there's going to become a mathematical time where the new hires will be more than the old hires, okay? And when the ratio becomes 51-49, that's where the union overturns to the new generation, okay? But what does that entail? That entails us still having support from some mid-tier carriers, okay? It's not a complete division within the union, but there has to be a majority that had enough of enough, okay? There are always going to be carriers retiring every single year. So the carriers retiring are always going to look out for their best interests. So I hate to say it, but it's not to convince them. The people that need to be convinced are the people that need to take this union and change it. Those are going to be the new people and the people that are mid-tier, okay? The people that are mid-tier, you guys are basically on the fence, okay? Because you don't know which way you want to go. However, the people that are coming in, they have nothing to lose. So like I said, when that mathematical ratio becomes more leveraged towards new carriers in the Postal Service compared to people that have been here for 20, 30 years, the change will happen. Okay, will that happen in 2026? That really depends on what happens with this contract, because this contract could supersede the waiting for that. If the contract does not become ratified, this is our moment in time, okay? This is where the membership must hit the streets. Guys, your local branch receives more dues money than your national branch. And I know a lot of people have an attitude with national and blaming everything on Renfro, and go for it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he is the face of our union, okay? However, your local union has a part to play in this too, especially when your local union president does not stand with the membership at large who had opposed this contract, okay? When it's time to vote in your local elections, you got to remember who was loyal towards national and who was loyal to the membership. This is how we directly change the union, okay? A lot of local branches have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in their treasury accounts that are used for nothing. The money is sitting there. That money could be used to activate us throughout the country. Why is it not? Why are these branches holding on to hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars? Okay, it's not like we have a no strike fund because we can't strike. Okay, it's not like we're purchasing new buildings and infrastructure because the union halls are there. Okay, at least in my situation, our union hall is bought and paid for, and quite frankly, it doesn't even fit the amount of members that help support that union hall. So the money is with your local branch, okay? You have more power changing things on the local level than you do on a national level. As you change your local branch, things begin to change because now you start to elect your RAAs. Now you get to start to elect your new national business agents. Now the ground starts to change the top floor. That's how the union works. The lower levels pick the top levels. I understand the national president is usually handpicked by some select few people at the top. They push his name out during election season. They sell his propaganda, and the union members that don't know anything else but to vote with what their what their local president tells them to do, they choose the next national president. This is not the case in 2026. In 2026, we have national candidates doing their own campaigns on social media, and you're getting to know these people on an intimate level. The tides are changing. The union is changing, so you cannot stand still. You must change with the times. Guys, the old way of the old brotherhood of this union has to die. All right, in order for us to move forward, in order for us to gain the support of our brothers and sisters, we have to take a stance, okay? A majority of the people will see how this union stands in about a week, okay? Whether this contract is ratified or not, it will not lead to a mass exodus of union members. I'm standing on that. Quote me, okay? Crucify me if it does not come true. Why? Because the tide has shifted, okay? People have voted against what they felt was right because they don't want to wait anymore. Okay, you can't starve a man to the point that he's going to die. He's going to take care of himself. All right, guys, we'll see what's going to happen. Until next time, I'll be here. You'll be there. Peace.